Welcome back to our lesson on the nervous system. In this video, we introduce the peripheral nervous system, or the PNS. We will talk about the structure of the PNS, including its major subdivisions. In addition, we'll cover how its sensory and motor functions work together in a cyclical process to create the reflex arc. Great, so let's begin. In the human body, there are 31 pairs of nerves that branch from the spinal cord, and 12 pairs that emerge from the brain. Collectively, these 43 nerve pairs are considered separate from the brain and spinal cord, and therefore they form the base structure of the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is made up of two types of neurons: sensory neurons, also known as afferent neurons, and motor neurons, also known as efferent neurons. As their name suggests, sensory neurons detect various sensations, such as pain and heat. These neurons transmit messages toward the central nervous system in order to be interpreted by either the spinal cord or by the brain. Motor neurons do the opposite. They transmit messages away from the central nervous system to other areas of the body. This is to stimulate effectors, such as the skin, sense organs, or muscles, to perform a function or reflex. Note that all 43 pairs of nerves in the PNS perform either sensory, motor, or mixed functions. This neurological circuit of information that includes sensory detection, interpretation of sensory input, and a resulting motor output is called the reflex arc. As sensory information comes in, it passes through ganglia, which are collections of sensory neuron soma. The ganglia send these signals into the dorsal section of the spine, where the information gets processed. After the CNS processes this information, it gets sent out from the ventral section of the spine via the motor neurons. The motor neurons then carry the processed response towards the effectors. The peripheral nervous system also has two separate divisions based on voluntary and involuntary responses or reflexes. Voluntary responses are consciously controlled, whereas involuntary responses are unconsciously controlled. The somatic nervous system is the PNS division that controls voluntary responses. It is also responsible for relaying sensory and motor information between the outside environment and the CNS. This is due to the fact that most somatic nerves innervate outer sections of the body, such as the skin and skeletal muscles. Hence, any muscle movement or voluntary motor output uses the somatic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is the peripheral nervous system division that handles involuntary movement. It generally innervates our internal organs, and it controls the vital functions that keep us alive. Most importantly, it controls our heart rate, it controls our respiration, and it controls our digestion. All of these and many other internal processes happen without our conscious control due to the autonomic division. Lastly, there are two subdivisions of the autonomic nervous system: the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Each of these subdivisions perform opposite functions to maintain internal balance. The sympathetic nervous system is what is called our fight or flight response system, that when stimulated, causes general alertness and excitement. It's the body's way of responding to a perceived threat. The parasympathetic nervous system is the opposite. It's our body's rest and digest response system. Basically, this means that a parasympathetic response generally restores the body to a calm or restful state. This concludes our discussion on the peripheral nervous system. Thank you for watching.